So in other words, instead of just taking your house, first of all, I want to get into this house a little bit. I want to, for people who don't know you as well as I do, I want them to understand what this home is. You know, we can talk policy all we like, but you built this. When you said that you feel a little bit like the American Indian, tell me about this home. This home really is a product of your relationship. You guys have been together for how many years? That's okay.
25 years.
25 years.
Yeah.
And tell me about the house. What is special about the house for you?
Well, we took all the carpet out, put hardwood floors in it, put ceramic tile everywhere, new kitchen. We redid the whole place. Mm-hmm. We put a gym in the basement. It's just set up, like Kim said, for her and I's needs. And she has chronic bronchitis and asthma very bad. She has to have be on a.
I know it's tough. I tell you what, and I'm looking at Kim right now, and this is hard for you to talk about. This is your home, and this is the part that I don't think people get. And I know as Kim's having problems here keeping the tears in. This is your home. Yeah. This is not some.
And John,
this is not monopoly houses to you. This is your home.
And they don't care.
What do you mean they don't care?
They don't care. They're going to take our property. They have said that they're going to use it for a public use. Time will tell whether they use it for a public use. I don't see that happening at all myself. That's just my own feeling. RTD has said that they're going to use it for a public gathering place. We'll see if that happens.
What do you mean a public gathering place?
You don't take a corner that's got 60,000 cars a day going by it and use it for a public gathering place.
You mean like a parking lot?
A park, or maybe a place with benches and trees where people will sit. I don't see it happening, but that's what they've told us. And like I said, time will tell what's really going to happen. And I'd like to know, is it just RTD that's not going to use that to redevelop? Or are they going to hand it over to somebody else and they're going to redevelop it? It's going to be interesting to see how this whole thing plays out. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let me bring it over here. And
yeah.
Give me an idea of where this property is, and that, I'm assuming the tracks are going through this property. I mean, there's no other way to, they're taking it because you need it for the tracks.
The tracks are about a block away. This is on the southeast corner of 14th and Wadsworth in Lakewood. The tracks will cross Wadsworth at 13th, so about a block away. This property's far away. It's far away from the parking deck. The plans indicate that at least a portion of this property are going to be used for construction staging and then ultimately turned over for pad site development, commercial development.
Okay.
Starbucks, cleaners, the things you see lining
local governments
busy.
all define their success and how many Qdobas or chain stores they have with the idea these are proven business models. And what you lose in the process is businesses like these. You drive by, it is so beautiful and so American. You see the totem poles, you see the customers, the best customer service ever.
You guys sell totem poles.
That's
right. You don't sell Starbucks,
they also,
you sell
which
totem poles.
They didn't mention, but they also rescue Doberman pinchers, which is incredible. All out of one structure that is also their home.
Their home. I mean, this is a truly unique and property that, I'm sorry, but Qdoba is just not going to be able to do this.
And John, let me tell you, piggybacking on what Galen said, the local governments and RTD, they're required to replace what you have. When you step up and say, I want to be moved, I want to be relocated, both my business in this case and a house, and I want it to be the same. I want it to be as close as possible. They fight with you. They think you're asking for something that you're not entitled to. But it's what you've got. It's what they're taking away. And that's the primary sticking point, and I think that's why Galen says that they don't care, because they give you that feeling that they don't care.
And why would they? They've got the ability to take this. All right, pardon me, I know this is difficult for you guys to talk about, but it's important that people understand the human side of this, which is the side that, what's beautiful about something like FasTracks, this happens to other people. Mm-hmm. This thing happens to other people. It doesn't happen to a lot of people. It happens to those people along the corridor, and government has the power on the local side to take away your property and give it to Starbucks. When this happens and you drive by the home that you've worked on for 25 years and you see these other things, can you just give me a sense of what this means to you personally?
Well, every day when we come home, it's like, I tell Galen, I can't ever imagine not being here. And they talk about making you whole, and you don't make people whole when you live in America, and they're forcing you to do something that you don't want to do. They can't make you whole, no matter how much money they throw at you, no matter if they relocate your home and business. You don't make people whole, and I really resent that term, that we're going to make you whole, because it isn't possible. We're already, 2 years of our life has already gone just trying to fight for something that's always been ours.
Fighting for focus on this for a second. 2 years fighting for something that's always been yours. Tell me about what it's like to deal with RTD, what it's like to deal with this. This has been the preeminent issue of your life for the last 2 years, Galen.
John, I've only got a really short little thing to say about these people. They're people that have empty hearts and fat wallets, and that's the only thing they worry about, is lining their wallet with the empty hearts that they have to do to what they've done to Kim and I.
Let me also add something to that. I sat in a meeting with a city planner in the North Metro area and was disagreeing about the long-term planning of that local government. And the city planner said to me, look, your vision is all wrong. You need to be not thinking of the individual, but the long-term progress that we can make as a society. And what he was missing, of course, is that the long-term progress of society is defined and brought and succeeded and sustained through people like this couple. We cannot have long-term communal success without people who pay taxes, without people who own homes, without people who give back to their community through philanthropy like they do.
Kim, when you hear that these people who are planning society for us, they know that, yeah, this is hurting you, but for the long term, we're doing this for the betterment of your community. Do you understand that, Kim?
I guess I don't understand how you can talk about sustainability, because how do you sustain a community when you're drawing those people that have made up that community out of the picture and putting in just big box retailers? I mean, I don't know, but the bottom line is, you asked Galen a second ago a question about RTD, and you know, I stopped being angry at RTD a long time ago, because even though they are a bad guy in this, RTD is the vehicle to use eminent domain. And what a lot of people don't realize is all the communities that FasTracks is going to go through, their council people and city managers and mayors are the ones who drew the lines through your life. And that's why it's so important at a local level that people understand when the cards start coming in the mail, you need to go to the meetings, you need to know what's going on, because even though RTD is the one who did the eminent domain or is doing the eminent domain, your city is the one who wants the redevelopment.
Talk to me a little bit about the last 2 years. And I know it's been difficult on you, but people need to know this story and know how it affects their lives. If they get one of these postcards in the mail saying, we're eyeing your property, tell me what your life's been like in the last 2 years.
It's inexplicable, really. Galen and we're a very, very close couple. And half the time we don't even talk to each other anymore. And I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. It's okay.
We see cases like this all across the country. One man, Paul Kozik, in Arvada, in his 80s, he lost his property. He actually took his case to trial, which is a huge risk, and maybe Bob can talk about why these cases don't go to trial mostly.